Thanks again. I would like to get started. Okay, next I would like to demo through a few example programs. So I'll build this project and we can write it from the beginning. Okay, I would like to compile this program. So this is the output after the program has been parsed into a parse tree, and then I'm using the pretty printer to print it back. This right here is the symbol table that's been generated for my program. This is the IR for the code we just wrote. If you see here, we have a string. We can see the variable new line and the message. And this is the offset within the frame. Um, within the frame. Okay. I'd like to print the MIPS program now. That's the MIPS program that's been generated for the code we just wrote. And then I can run this. Using spin. So that's hello world. So I would like to go ahead and improve this program and demo it to you a little bit more complex programs from here on. So I don't want to type all the program. So I already have a program stored in some files. So I'll import it here, and then I'll start running a little bigger chunk of this program as we go. So in this section, I'm just demonstrating a simple arithmetic operation. So instead of having to type, compile, and make every time, I have a target within makefile that does the compile and also runs the MIPS code for us. So you just have to do spin make, and if you see here, this is the latest change to our code. So it's performing this this operation right here. So we can also see those were the strings I was using within the program right here, this and this. And then That's the MIPS code for it. And that's the IR code for it. Those are the offsets for message, new line, for the variable A, variable C, and variable B. Okay. So from here on out, I won't be showing the MIPS and the IR code for each C program. I'll just go ahead and run it in the SPIM. So just in the interest of time. So the next section I have is the factorial program. So this is my factorial function. So let me move this to the bottom. And so this is my function definition for factorial, and I have to give a prototype for this function. So I'm just going to copy this, and that's the prototype for my function. So I can run it this time saying make SPIM, and that's the factorial of 6. Okay, so I'm going to improve this program by running factorials of 0 through 6 numbers and invoking the same factorial function right here. So it's essentially doing the same thing like the factorial above here, but it's just running, it's just demonstrating the for loop and calling the factorial function. So if you see here, it's saying calculating the factorial for numbers 0 through 6. And those are the factorial values. Okay. The next program I have is and or operator. So if you see the code here, I'm initializing I to 1. So this line should not be printed. And I'm initializing I to 0 here. So this line should not be printed. But this line and this line should be printed. So we get the expected output. Okay. The next program I have is for array initialization, definition, and printing back the values of array. This is a two-dimensional array. So this also demonstrates a two-dimensional for loop, nested for loop. So that's our, I'm printing out the two-dimensional array here. So if you see in our two-dimensional array, I was adding I plus j, and I was assigning the I comma jth index of array with I plus j. So that's the output we get. Okay, moving along. The next, I think this probably is the final. Yeah. Okay. So the final program I have is to show all the different loops: for loop, do loop, and do while. So this right here is counting down example of a for loop, and this is an example of a while loop counting up. And this is an example of a do while loop counting upwards also. Then the next program, the next section I have is I have this break and continue statements working also. So I'm saying if I is greater than 2, then continue. So it'll print the these two lines and then continue. But if I is either equal to or less than 2, then it'll break. Okay, that's the end of the program. So let's just go ahead and run that. Okay, for loop was counting down from 5 through 1, and while loop 0 through 3, and 0 to 2, and then do while loop, and also the break and continue. So anything more than 3, it's using the continue statement, and once value of I is either equal to or less than 2, it breaks. Since I'm almost running out of time, I wanted to demo one feature about the project. So I'll take a simple program here, and then it's already compiled. So now that generates a graph file for me. I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is the parse tree for the program that was written. So, and similarly, I can also print the symbol table of the program visually. Now I can kind of like see it visually. So thanks a lot, guys. That's the end of my demo.